This is Riddell's warehouse, which was built in 1867. The architect was Thomas Jackson, and the firm it was built for was John Riddell and Sons. They were some of the biggest ironmongery firms in Belfast at that time. They had a big premises in Donegal Place where they sold domestic goods, and this warehouse here was designed for heavy goods and agricultural machinery. It was designed so that horses and carts could come in through the entrance into this bigger area. They had offices on either side of the entrance, and once the cart had arrived in here, material was taken off it and lifted onto the different galleries up above. Apparently, if you're tossing something quite light up, you would toss it from platform to platform to get it up to the different levels. Quite dangerous work. In the 1870s, of course, you had no electric light, so the only way of seeing what you were doing here was having a big glass roof over you. Gas lighting wouldn't have been very good for lighting the small detail going on in the building, so it must have been used mainly in daylight hours. If things were brought in here, they were lifted off the cart by a crane. There was a travelling crane ran along the side of the building, and they could lift things up and down from that and bring them over to the different galleries and load them onto them. It wasn't a public warehouse in the way that something like Robinson and Cleaver's was described as a linen warehouse where people would come in and buy small goods. This really was a working warehouse where carts would come in, carts would go out, but things were taken from the docks, from England, Scotland, brought in here and distributed from here all across the countryside.